Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're tonight's entertainment. Well, hello, beautiful. You look nervous.
I've seen now what would have to become to stop men like him.
The night is darkest just before the dawn. I promise you, the dawn is coming.
And here we go. Come on. This city deserves a better class of criminal. I'm gonna give it to him. No! You'll see. I'll show you.
You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Will you be wanting the back putt, sir?
In the middle of the day, Alfred? Not very subtle.
The Lamborghini, then.
Much more subtle.
Hey YouTubers, Hankster here, and welcome to our final video on our Batman movie review marathon. And of course, this particular review will be on The Dark Knight, once again directed by Christopher Nolan, and starring Christian Bale, Michael Caine, Morgan Freeman, and somebody I forgot to mention in the last review, Gary Oldman. Of course, one obvious difference in this movie is that Katie Holmes did not return to reprise her role as Bruce Wayne's girlfriend. She, of course, was replaced by another actress. And, of course, the big star of this movie, of course, was the late Heath Ledger. Now, of course, makes you wonder if Heath Ledger did not die earlier that year and had lived on till lived on around the time the movie was released, would the hype about all this would have been different? Possibly. I mean, I don't think. I think people would have focused more on how his performance was as the Joker compared to, Jack Nicholson, obviously, Mark Hamill, Cesar Romero, obviously other actors who have played the role. My personal opinion, Heath Ledger's performance as the Joker is, I would say it's like Heath Ledger's is like Joker Jr. This is, he's the son of Jack Nicholson's Joker, who's kind of hung up on drugs a little bit, and he wants to be like his dad, but kind of do it in his own way, a little bit more destructive and psychotic. There's a lot of good points about him, but I don't know. He's got his moments there, but he's not up on par with how Jack Nicholson portrayed him, or Mark Hamill portrayed him, or Cesar Romero portrayed him. I mean, it's his own way, and he does pretty good on his own part. But I say, okay, this is Joker. It's like I just call him Joker Jr. Of course, the other major villain in this movie, of course, was Harvey Two-Face, or Harvey Dent, who, of course, through most of the movie, of course, we just see him before he was Harvey Two-Face, the young district attorney who has ambitions to clean up Gotham. And of course, we also notice that he also has an interest in Bruce Wayne's girlfriend. My personal opinion here, I don't think it was a good idea how they set things up involving Harvey in this movie, as opposed to, Batman Forever. Now, of course, obviously, they delve more into his origins, as opposed to how both Tim Burton and Joel Schumacher did it. Tim Burton only had Harvey as sort of a small character played by Billy D. Williams, who sadly did not return for Batman Forever to reprise. Well, I wouldn't mind seeing that, but Tommy Lee Jones did pretty good. And you only saw the actual origin as like a brief flashback. Here we are, and after all this, we find out it's the Joker who initially creates Two-Face. So I don't know. I've seen that these two guys And you really didn't see him do much as Two-Face. It was just like a few things here and there before he gets killed off, you know. They should have kept, you know, like, just kept him going, and then for another day, you know. Or they should have just, you know, did one movie with the Joker and one movie with Two-Face. I don't know. Now, of course, in a lesser extent, of course, the Scarecrow does rear his ugly head again, and of course does escape. So it makes you wonder if will he be making a return appearance for Dark Knight Rises. Possible. He was, you know, instrumental in the, you know, Batman Begins and all that. But we'll have to see what happens when that movie comes out this coming Friday, which is today, of course. It'll be another couple of days. All in all, not a bad plot. It's, of course, Batman having to, you know, continue to keep Gotham from going back into the corruption it had. Well, of course, also having to put up with the Joker and all these other gangs that have now been pushed to the underground and all. Of course, he's also have to come to grips that he's, you know, might possibly lost his girlfriend forever because of how he is being Batman and all. Of course, the other actors in this movie did quite well with their individual roles. My favorite part, of course, in the Christopher Nolan movies, obviously, is these really cool vehicles. You know, the Tumbler really kicked ass. Of course, kicked ass once again in this movie. Of course, it did, you know, with the coming of the Bat Pod, which was this really cool motorcycle, lay down motorcycle thing. That really did pretty good there, and it kind of makes me wonder about this flying thing called the Bat that's coming out in the Dark Knight Rises. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that. But you know, once again, it was plenty of action, and you know, explosions and stuff like that. Once again, it was not a bad movie. Not completely to the level of Batman Begins, but in my opinion, it did quite well. Now, of course, this is the second of the trilogy by Christopher Nolan. Of course, Dark Knight Rises will be the final part of this initial trilogy. And, of course, I will be doing a review on the Dark Knight Rises as soon as it comes out this Friday. Now, it will probably be by sometime early next week when I do that review, but keep an eye out for that, and stay tuned here for more Bat reviews and Bat whatnot here on the Multiverse. See ya.